how tools are used and why they're made the way they're made. So give me 1 second to get her on here and introduce her. She should be on in a second. Hey, welcome everyone. Awesome. Hi, Dani.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
hey everyone. This is Dani Schmidt from Sigma Beauty, and she is I want to say, global makeup artist for the brand.
Yeah.
That's great. And you can tell. Look at her makeup. She looks freaking gorgeous already.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
I was telling our viewers that they're going to get a really good understanding of, why certain brushes are made certain ways, and why the shapes are certain shapes, and why the hair is chosen for a reason. And we're also going to do a demo later. And Dani has something else to tell you guys, by the way.
Yeah. So at the end of the video, we are going to do a little giveaway. So make sure you stay to the end to see all the details on how you can enter.
Awesome. But first, let's talk about, well, actually, Dani, if you don't mind, I want to talk about you first, and then we'll talk about Sigma. Does that make sense? Because you are a makeup artist in your own right. So give us a little history of who you are.
Yeah, so I've been with Sigma now going on 6 years. I've played or worn many hats throughout my years here at Sigma. I feel like I know very much about the brand and the owners. I've been a makeup artist for over a decade now. I've known about Sigma, before I even started working for Sigma. So they've always been in my kit. So it's fun that I work for them now. I do a lot of content for Sigma you'll find me on YouTube, Instagram,
TikTok.
Yes, I love TikTok. And I also help with product development with their owners. So really doing some consulting with different colors, skin tones, making sure everything is perfect before we launch it. Yeah, and that's kind of how my role for Global Makeup Artist works as well, representing the brand worldwide throughout our pro program, influencer program, and also our retailers. Any supporting retail help that I can provide for them, I do that as well. So it's a very well-rounded position here at Sigma, and I kind of have my hands in a little bit of everything. But I know a lot about the brand, and I'm excited to share with you because I feel like there are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. So jumping into the brand, nice segue.
There you go.
So Sigma's been around since 2009. And I actually remember, Sigma really getting its kind of big moment on YouTube. YouTube in 2009 was a really big deal. And I was really a big part of that community too, which is how I fell in love with makeup. So just to see
I totally remember that whole time period where when YouTube was huge and every big name influencer was using Sigma brushes, especially was it the I want to say it's the E40, is it the E42? That was the cult one?
The E40.
E40, okay, yeah, it's the cult blender.
Yep, yes, it's still one of the hot sellers. But yeah, we've been around. We kind of were the trailblazers with influencer marketing. We really got our start on YouTube. But throughout the years, one of the reasons why I love Sigma so much is we kind of reach that influencer audience, but we also have a really big pro world too. We're really very popular in the pro world. So we kind of have the best of both worlds, which is amazing. Yeah, and Sigma was actually founded by a husband and wife duo, Renee and Simone Xavier, who are Brazilian natives. Renee is a civil engineer and Simone is a veterinarian. So you kind of see those play a part into the construction and the innovation of especially the brushes. I can dig in later about the brushes and how they're put together and the bristles and stuff. But I feel like Sigma continues to raise the bar for brushes and then also makeup too.
For beauty.
For beauty in general. And we've really kind of, put a lot of work into our color cosmetics, which is super exciting. And we have so many exciting things to come. So
and you guys are And you guys are going to see some of the beauty we're talking about with Sigma. Sigma is known primarily for brushes, but honestly, when you see what the cosmetics can do, like it's sort of like, why are you sleeping? Like, let's wake up. It's
Yeah.
time to wake up because the cosmetics are amazing. They're I mean, yes, they're a brush brand, but they're definitely they're becoming a brush beauty brand at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible to watch that evolution and that growth, and really the quality is top notch. Like they're gorgeous palettes. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's fun to like see how it continues to evolve and be a part of that. And yeah, I think you guys are really going to enjoy the demo today. Yeah, if you want to hop right in, Calvin, I think we're
Yeah,
ready.
we'll start right in. One thing I kind of want to like mention before I go into this, and I want her to sort of maybe talk a little bit about this set, because I'll be using these. I'll be using some of these guys, just like maybe like one or two. This is the Soft Blend set. This is one of the newer sets they make, but I think the length is important to know about, like why it's this shape, why is this length. A lot of people will think this brush that these are like the same brush, and they're really not. They actually have a specific, each of them. So you'll see me kind of use this set through the demo a little bit, but I just kind of wanted her to explain what the shape is about, what the length is about.
Yeah, so the Soft Blend brush set is actually, if you look closely, there's really no specific way to use these brushes. You can use them on both your eyes and face, and they have that tapered shape where it fits very different areas of your face. So yes, under the eye, the cheekbones, like they're so soft, and that tapered shape really makes it effective to apply those products, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're great brushes.
Oh yeah, and by the way, these are, correct me if I'm wrong, all vegan, all cruelty free.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cool beans. All right, so I'm gonna get set up for the demo. Guys, I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah.
And you'll see, I wanna introduce you to our model. She's amazing. Her name is Jasmine Willis. She's with the J3 production management company. And they're an incredible agency. But give me 1 second, get set up, and we're gonna start the demo, okay?
So excited. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them while Calvin gets set up here. Hi, Jasmine.
See, go
Hi.
Jasmine, Dani, Jasmine.
Lovely to meet you.
Awesome. So let me grab these guys. I'll be using these. I got my little tools over here. So guys, I've already started to prep Jasmine a little bit. She has her brows on and she has her lashes on. And so you won't be seeing me apply that, but you'll see me pretty much apply everything else on her face. I just wanted to get her started so it didn't take like forever. And really it's about the brushes today. So really pay attention to the brushes. If you guys have questions like Dani said, please put them in the chat so they can be answered. She's gonna explain the brushes, why I'm kind of using them. So take advantage of that, like listen and see what the brushes are. I use them one way, but it doesn't mean that's the only way to use the brushes. So keep that in mind. Brushes they're artistic. They're what you do with them. So we're just gonna start right in. And first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna go into just her complexion. I'm gonna be using 2 colors, and I'm gonna be using one with this is, guys, okay, 1 second. This is my baby. This brush right here. Do you see this cut? Crazy. So this is my baby. It came in stock, and I've been selling the dirt out of it because it does so many things. Cream foundation, liquid foundation, cream contour. Oh, I'm taking away what Dani's gonna talk about. But anyway, this is called the F47, and it's called the multitasker. I'm gonna start in with this with two different colors foundations. You'll see how I use the light one in the center and the dark one, all with the same brush. Okay.
Calvin, there is a comment. Is there a possibility to zoom in a little bit on Jasmine?
Oh, is that possible?
I think
Yes.
it can just stretch the screen a little bit too. Oh, there you go. That one.
So I'm starting with the lighter one first.
Yeah, the F47 I think is perfect for foundation. The angle's great, but it's like dense, but it's so soft, and you get such an airbrushed finish to the skin with this brush. And it being multitasking, you can use it for like cream bronzer, cream contour, cream blush. It's a very, very versatile brush. I saw another comment about our brushes mainly for professional professionals. And actually, I mean, anyone can use them. If you're a beauty enthusiast, if you're an everyday person who loves makeup, if you do work in a professional setting, they're meant for everybody. They're very user friendly. They pretty much, every purchase you get, they pretty much have a description of how to use the brush. But our brushes are very well known within just the everyday world and also the professional community. I have them at home for my own collection. I always gift them to my friends to have at their collection. And then also for my professional kit, I have all Sigma brushes.
And I can literally attest to that. Like, I work professionally. I'm a photographer as well as a makeup artist. And these brushes work for a pro. And when people come into our store at Camry Cosmetics, I sell them the same brush because I know what it does. I know how they can use it at home for their day-to-day. This gets makeup on really fast. It blends really great. And I don't know if you guys saw how sometimes I'm pulling it. So I'm pulling it because Dani will tell you that's going to give a little less coverage. Now you saw how it's also tapping in the center here. That's going to give me more coverage. And so it's a really great shade because it really just kind of curves like the face. It just literally curves the face. And the reason I'm doing her in two different colors is because I'm not going to really contour her today. So I'm using a darker shade on the outside, and again with the same brush. The great thing about this brush again, is the fibers for some reason, I don't know how you guys did it at Sigma, it doesn't hold makeup. A lot of these brushes, kind of this dense, that look dense, this isn't that dense, guys. It looks dense, but it really does release the makeup to the skin. This is why I fell in love with it, because it's not soaking up your makeup like a sponge or a typical kabuki brush. It's not doing that.
That's a good point too, and that kind of goes back to the engineering of the brushes themselves. Our bristles being completely synthetic means that they won't soak up product like a traditional animal bristle brush would. And all of our brushes, you'll find that they do have completely synthetic bristles. We transitioned from animal hair it's been about 10 years. It was kind of Simone's thing, being a veterinarian, that she did not want to continue using any sort of animal hair on our brushes. So you'll find all of our brushes have completely synthetic bristles, and they're actually specifically engineered to mimic animal hair, which is really cool.
Yeah. So guys, now I'm using one of the brushes from the Soft Blend set. It's the Soft Blend 30. So I'm going to use it for concealer. This brush, I love this length of this hair because I don't want a ton of product on Jasmine's face. And the longer the hair, the less deposit I'm going to get. I can really kind of blend out from there. That's why it's called the Soft Blend, because it doesn't apply such heavy, cakey makeup. So look at her high guys. So I'm just going to pop a little bit here, pop a little bit here, a little bit here.
Such a great brush to diffuse concealer. Just makes it so
gorgeous.
I love that. Someone had asked where the brush is sold. Well, you can find them on Camera Ready Cosmetics website or Sigma Beauty website. If you're looking for a specific retailer, we do list all of our retailers on Sigma's website, but definitely head over to Camera Ready Cosmetics.
Yeah, every brush we're using in this live, guys, Camera Ready Cosmetics has available today. So if you were to be shopping today, you'll be able to grab the Soft Blend set or any of the individual brushes that I'm using. I'm also going to take the same concealer, and I'm going to just kind of go on her eyelids. Same brush, just like a little doll. Close your eyes so soft for me. So, yeah. And it's going to kind of wash this all over for a base for my shadow.
Calvin, where is your location, the store location?
We're in Dallas, Texas, in Farmers Branch.
Okay.
Pretty easy to find. We're really there's only like 2 professional cosmetic stores in Dallas, and I would say we're definitely the number 1. Take a little bit for highlight in the center here, just a smidge. I placed it, but I'm gonna go back to my multi blender. I'm just gonna tap that around just to blend that out. if you guys worry about blending, think of this like a beauty blender sponge in a way, because honestly, it leaves no demarcation lines whatsoever. It's this is the one.
Such a good brush, yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and set Jasmine, and I'm gonna go in with an F76. This is one of the newer hairs, right?
Yes, so this is our Luxe brush. I have it here because this is like hands down one of my favorite brushes ever. I love it so much for foundation and especially for cream bronzer and cream contour. But this is a part of our Luxe collection, and our Luxe collection is actually, they're engineered a little bit differently where the bristles are more rounded, so you get a really luxe feel when you're applying applying makeup with these brushes. And they're especially great if you have sensitive skin because they are so soft.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And I noticed when they came in, the hair felt lighter. It felt more airy, and I was like, this is really impressive. You cannot tell this from a real hairbrush. You would think this was a real hairbrush. It's
Yep. Yeah, but I have like honestly 10 of these just sitting in my cup because I use it so much.
And I'm going to go to the F28 powder version of it. This was the first one I bought in the series because I was like, I have to have it.
Yep. Oh, it's so good.
So now I'm just going to go with powder around the rest of the perimeter. I don't really want her to look super matte, but I definitely want her makeup to be locked down. So we're just going to give a little powder everywhere. And again, the brush is nice and long hair, nice and fluffy, so it's not piling powder on her face. You can still see it looks like skin. And yeah, you don't see the powder at all. Even though I'm using a foundation powder right now, literally a foundation powder, you don't see a powder deposit. And I'm literally putting it on. See, it's on the brush. And you just don't see it on the skin because the brush is going to help you control that. So if you're heavy-handed, think about that.
Her skin looks beautiful so far.
Awesome. Oh, and now I'm going into one of my favorite things of all time. Okay, guys, this is beautiful. If you know you're professional and you know you want to keep that kit nice and lightweight, this is the Sigma Sculpt Highlight and Contour Palette. I'm going into this guy. Then I'm going to grab this color up here and this color down here, right here, just these two. I'm just going to go give her just a super soft contour. I want to turn that way forward. There you go. See that, guys? Just a super soft. Super soft.
I love it.
Go ahead. Sorry, Dani.
Oh, I just said I love it.
Yeah. If I wanted this any denser, what would I do? I would grab a shorter brush. I would go back to if I wanted this any denser, I would go to that versus that. Yeah. I really don't want it. I really don't want it denser. I just really want just like a whisper of the contour, not so heavy. With darker skin, it's really about the highlight more than the contour, so I don't really want to go ham with the contour.
Yeah, I love our Sculpt and Highlight palette. Definitely a kit staple.
How you feel, Jazz?
Great.
She feels great. Now for blush, I'm going to go into the palette. I'm going to use her eyes. This I'm going to get this so wrong. Cor De Rosa?
Yep, you got
Cor
it.
De Rosa?
Yep.
I do not speak Spanish. I wish I did. So I found some great blush tones in here as well as eyeshadows. And literally, I'm just going to grab this color and then this peachy color.
Ooh.
And it's so pretty. Like, it's just so pretty together. And you make a little smile, Jazz. So I'm just going to kind of circle her cheeks with it.
I love that.
But it's just like enough for like darker skin. Do you know what I mean? You want to turn to the side for them? Other side? There we go. Yeah, it's just enough, I think, for Jasmine's rich skin tone. I don't need to have like so. Can you guys see the color though? How they showed up? Really beautiful. Just kind of warmed her up, right? And like Dani was saying, the F76 is so versatile. You can use it for what I place powder with it, and now I'm doing blush with it.
Yep. I love that. I love how you can use, play with so many different kinds of powdered shadows and use them on your eyes, use them as on your cheeks, or even as a lip color. You can do so many things. And
oh, absolutely.
Watching a professional, because I feel like if you're an everyday person, you can learn so much.
Going back into my baby. And I'm gonna grab this guy, and I'm also gonna grab a little bit of gold. Just gonna place it right here. Look at that, guys. Just like a little bit. Look at that.
Ooh, beautiful
Little
glow.
bling, little bling, little bling. Bum, bum, bum.
Poppin' is that rose gold shade in the palette, and I love using that on my eyes. It's a beautiful
Yes.
eye color.
And just because I want a little pop, I'm gonna go to the E61.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go to E61. I'm gonna go to the lightest tone in here, just where I want, just like that little bit extra. Look at that. It's not blended yet, but look at that. Isn't it ridiculous?
I love this brush too. I have a little close up for you guys here. But perfect for really doing, you know, a spot highlighter or maybe some spot concealing. Oh, just such a good brush.
It's a great shape. Like it's a good size. You can use it for the eyes, the face, concealer.
Yeah.
Like literally, such a good size. As a matter of fact, when I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pop on the highlight under her eyes. I'm just gonna grab that rose gold color and the lightest one that Dani was talking about. And I'm just gonna kind of give a look down for me. Just kind of give a whisper under her brow, just super fast. That way, that's done for me. For later, we're gonna get to the eyeballs in a second, but just want to get to that. Beautiful. So check out that skin, guys. You can lean in closer, Jazz, if you want to let them see that skin really pretty.
It looks
Okay.
so good. So
Okay, so as
glowy.
you guys know, Sigma palettes come with a brush, a double-sided brush. Like all the palettes come with a double-sided brush. And guys, because this is a professional brush company, these brushes are not Florey brushes. These are brushes that are made just like you would get individually. So don't think about it like it's some cheap version of what they make. No, these are beautifully made, same as they would be individually brushes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna grab the brush that comes in the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and start with, I'm actually gonna start with Ivy, the palette Ivy. If you guys haven't seen this palette, literally, it's like the companion to every palette you have in your collection. So we're gonna start with a nice deep shade, and we're gonna start with Clove. And I'm just gonna go on the outside of the eye. Look at that, that's crazy. Can you guys see that? That was insane. Get closer, Jazz, for a second. That was just a little, like that's just a little tiny bit. That was a little, just like a little touch in the palette. It's kind of insane,
Yes.
like a little touch in the palette. It's seriously insane pigment. Like, hello pigment, how you doing? Like, take the other side, and we're just gonna blend it up. The brush in this palette is perfect. Literally, you can place and then blend. It's perfect. So just kind of I'm going towards her crease just by tapping a little bit more on, and then I'm just kind of washing it over with the blending side, just like that.
I love it. It's funny how I always tell people when I'm doing a makeup tutorial or live, I'm like, use a light hand because they're so pigmented and it's easier to just, you know, add more than take away.
She is not lying, guys. Like literally, don't dig in it. Don't go ham in it because you're going to be sorry. It is so much easier to add than it is to remove. Like sincerely. So go into these palettes with a light hand. Yeah, the warning is true.
I love it.
Okay, so we got that color on, and now we're gonna go back to the Cor De Rosa, and we're gonna go into Summer Song. This is such a beautifully warm terracotta, you would call it. I would say terracotta. And we're gonna go with the blending side because again, she's pigmented, she's strong. Don't need her to go crazy on my eyeball. So I'm gonna grab her. And while Jazz's eyes are closed, I'm just gonna kind of warm up the upper crease, really pushing it high and bringing it all the way over, starting from the outside, just bringing it over all the way like that. Jazz, want to show them that?
Ooh, that's perfect.
So same thing again, starting from the outside, really just kind of washing over. You have to be like all that careful with this part because we're gonna blend it out again, guys. So we're just kind of getting it up there, getting it in there. And with the same brush, I'm just gonna take a little bit of medallion, sorry guys, medallion. And we're just gonna pop it just on the outside where the dark brown meets the terracotta color. And it looks like that. So it just kind of adds a little more depth out here. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing. Bum, 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 bum.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're gonna actually dig in the palette. Okay. We're gonna actually put our fingers in the palette, guys, because I want to go into Sunspite. Did I say it right?
Yep.
So we're just gonna grab a little bit of that. Guys, look at that. That's crazy. I barely touched it. Literally, I barely touched it. It is kind of crazy. So we're just gonna go right here.
Ooh, my favorite part.
A little bit of dazzle, a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it isn't a brush, guys, but it's, you know, I like my shimmers with a little bit of finger action. There we go. There's that guy. And we're gonna take our blending brush and just kind of soften the edges over so it's not harsh, it's not crazy. Bum, bum, bum. Same deal. Not crazy, just making it beautiful. There's a lot of pigment on that shimmer, so you know I can move it around with the fluffy side of the brush, and it just looks pretty. So let's take a look at that, guys.
So beautiful.
And now I'm gonna grab the Sigma liquid liner with this amazing tip. So it has a nice, I love the size of this tip because it's not so small and so tiny where it's gonna wiggle around a lot. So I really love this guy. So we're just gonna take it in the lash line, just like that.
Perfect.
I'm gonna give her a pretty good wing because this is a soft glam look. I'm not trying to go shy. I told you before, I don't do anything shy. I like glamour, I like makeup, I can admit to that.
Yeah.
Right.
While Kevin's doing this winged liner, I can kind of talk about, you know, the engineering of our brushes because I don't think a lot of people know that our brushes are actually waterproof.
Wow.
Meaning that, yes, there's no like glue involved in the production process at all. Most traditional brushes are held together with the handles painted and then the ferrules glued on. So over time, just washing your brushes tend to loosen that glue up, and that's when your brushes fall apart. What's unique about Sigma is actually the ferrule itself is like screwed into the handle. This is like our interlocking system, which pretty much makes it like indestructible. It's insane. And our handles are actually made out of polymer resin. They're not wood. So it's not going to chip. They're not going to fall apart on you. And we also have a 2-year warranty on our brushes too. So if one does happen to fall apart, as long as it's within 2 years, you can email us and we'll get it replaced.
That's awesome. That is like no other company does that. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is super crazy. A little bit of highlight in the center, and we're gonna pop on a little lip on her. What do you guys think of the eyeballs?
Those look great.
And it was just these two guys. Like I said, this is a great companion palette for any other palette you guys have, and this by itself is an amazing palette. Like seriously, crazy, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna hop on a little lip.
I love the gold. So pretty.
The gold is amazing. The shimmer in the palettes, like all the shimmers, are just sick. They're crazy pigmented.
Yep.
They're insane. But I think like your quality of your palettes, your pigmentation is just out of control already. Like, yeah. So guys, just in case you want to know what that is, that's a Limitless Brown by Makeup Forever. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of lip gloss from, this lip gloss is really pretty. It's from Senna Cosmetics and it is called Belladonna. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that. And just so you guys, just so you guys know, we're going to review the brushes super fast, and then we're going to talk about what the surprise is at the end. We're almost done with this. Hopefully you guys liked the demo, and we'll try to do a lot more of these so we can actually show what we're talking about and not just sit there and talk to you, but we actually can show you what we're, we can show you the quality, show you how to use them, educate you on how to use the product.
Yeah.
And one final set. Take a little bit of Melody Mills Gleam. Get that joker locked down. All right. So that is the end of the demo, but I do want to go over the brushes real fast, what I used. And if Dana has any like further explanations or comments about the brushes that I use, she can kind of let you know. Again, this is from the Soft Blend set. That set is amazing. If you're heavy-handed or you like something that looks a lot more natural in the skin, the Soft Blend set really is your best friend right now because it won't let you put anything heavy on. Agree, Dani?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, and so to her favorite, we'll go to her favorite first. We'll go to the F76 that I use a lot of the time. Yes. And then, of course, my favorite is the F47, the multi. Like seriously, the best brush ever. And then we use the E61 for blending, highlight, concealer, everything. And the big dog for the bronzer and the powder is the F28. Okay, so we're gonna move one. Actually, I'm just gonna come into the frame because Dani's gonna do the rest of the yapping. You can stay here with me. Oh, yeah. Actually, you step out for a second. I'm gonna talk to Dani. Sorry. She'll be back, guys. She'll be back. 1 second. I'm gonna take her space. Ah, scary. So, guys, as we mentioned to you, mentioned at the beginning, that if you stuck around, there's something special for you, and there's a reason why you stuck around. And Dani's gonna go ahead and explain that to you. It is something really special, and yeah, go ahead, Dani.
Yeah. Well, just as a thank you for tuning in, we're going to do a little giveaway. So you can find, once the video is posted on Camera Ready Cosmetics feed, we'll have you go there, and then we'll have all the details about how you can enter.
Yeah. So guys, this will be posted on our Instagram feed, and what you're going to, like she said, what you're going to do is you're gonna pick your favorite tool, right? To talk about like what's your favorite tool kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Movies.
And then you'll get to win all of the brushes that Kelvin used today.
Yeah. So every brush I use today, besides the Soft Blend, right?
Yes.
Soft Blend set. Yeah. So everything. Yeah. So just want to thank our beautiful model, Jazz, and again, to thank J3 Productions agencies for letting us have her today. She's amazing. And I want to thank Sigma Beauty for being here. This was a really awesome live. And like we said before, if you want any of the brushes or any of the products we used in the video, head to CameraReadyCosmetics.com and you can grab those, or head to SigmaBeauty.com.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for the demo, Kelvin. This was so much fun. And Jasmine, you look completely gorgeous. Like, I love the look. You did that so fast.
Well, remember, I started with her lashes already on. I started with her brows already on. You know, brows take like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So. All right. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the comments later. All right?
Bye, guys.